I have more anxiety with my son than I did with my daughter.
Right.
And the reason being is me being a black man in America, I know what we face, what odds are against us, what I've experienced in my own life. And I'm like, it's only worse for him coming up. And so the approach that I take, and I've taken this with my daughter, and I take it with most kids, is giving tools on how to not just survive, but also how to live. There's a way you conduct yourself. So people have this debate about what you do when you come in contact with a cop or whatever. And it's this kind of like, a lot of approaches that we take is, I know my rights. No, I'm not going to do this. Why are you doing this? There's a way you can assert yourself and get your point across without overcrossing that line. And so with every aspect of his life, every phase of his life, I'm trying to teach them, those things now. Like one of the things he does is he'll whine and cry when he can't get his way. Well, whining and crying for a man that's 20-something years old looks like he's being aggressive, he's being assertive, he seems unstable. Right. So what is that going to breed him? So I'm like, no, you know how to talk, you know how to express your feelings, you've done so, you know how to identify your feelings. So you need to work with that and not throwing a tantrum, because that's not going to get you anything. And so, I would just tell people, you have to instill life skills in your children now at a very young age. You can't wait until they're starting to get their independence and say, hey, I want to teach you this now. It starts young, and it's while they're young, and it's a building process. And it's my biggest concern is that what is he going to face being a black male in this country versus what I faced? And I just want to give him as many tools as possible to be able to respond to the things that life throws at him. Like even with my daughter, I had a conversation with her yesterday. She has a car now, and it's kind of like, I need you to change your mindset. You have to think more proactively than reactively, because the way you respond to stuff is not conducive to your survival. You don't handle it well. You melt down, you get scared or whatever like that, and you have to think about what could happen. So, and just using the example of driving, I say most of driving is about being defensive and anticipating what somebody else might do in driving. As a black person in this country, you have to approach that the same way. What could happen if you get stopped by a cop? What could happen? So you have to be prepared on how you're going to give your response, before that has happened or whatever. So.